Himanshu Sharma, the head of marketing and corporate communications of BNR Industrial Automation. He is working for more than a decade with BNR Industrial Automation and is a member of ABB Group. Mr. Himanshu has varied application experience in the field of plastic and rubber injection, textile construction, and packaging industries. He is currently handling the marketing and corporate communication activities for BNR India. Today, Mr. Himanshu will walk us through leveraging automation technology to combat challenges and boost productivity. So, delegates, let's welcome Mr. Himanshu.
Good evening, everyone. And my topic for today for the SMEs is how they can leverage automation to combat challenges and they can boost the productivity. So let me start with my short introduction. Rajeshwari has already given a good brief introduction. So thank you, Rajeshwari. So once again, I am Himanshu Sharma and I am handling the marketing and communication activities for B&R. B&R is a member of ABB Group and we have our headquarters in B&R, Austria, and in India we are located at 7 locations, and in Pune we have our headquarters. We majorly deal with machine manufacturers and OEM in the industries like automotive, packaging, printing, textiles, pharma. Now proceeding with my topic for how SMEs can leverage the automation technologies. So first of all, before moving on to the presentation, we also need to see what are the target for the manufacturers, because as we have already seen with the previous panelists that okay, in order to make India a $5 trillion economy, we need to boost our production system as well. So in this, the manufacturers or the SMEs will play a very vital role. So the first target would be to maximize the production. Second thing, we also have to lower down that cost, because once we lower down the cost, then only we will be able to make good profits, and using those profit, obviously the SMEs can invest more into the technology solutions. But in order to make all these things, and as we say, to boost productivity, so boosting productivity, is that easy? No, it's not, because there are certain factor of influence which comes into picture, and these are some of the factor of influence which are influencing the productivity for the manufacturers. So the factors like environment, economy, government, and technology, they play a very important role in order to influence the manufacturing ecosystem. And they also create challenges for the manufacturer. So let's see what are the challenges which the SMEs face, or maybe the manufacturer face. So the manufacturer of today face challenges like, okay, they are not aware about the availability of hardware or software for their particular application. They are not aware about what are new trend setting technologies which are available and how to make use of those technologies. As the market is becoming more and more deep and flexibility is coming into picture, nowadays user want different kind of product, customized products are in use. So that is the thing which also manufacturers have to take into consideration. The next thing is, as machines are now getting connected, lot of data is being generated, but this data also creates another issue, which is a security. So we also have to retain that data and we have to make that data secure while communication. And then last but not the least is the sustainability factor. Government or maybe the industry, all of us are at the moment focusing on how to make our processes more sustainable. So let's see how automation can leverage, or how automation can play an important role in order to cope up with these challenges. I will also say, as Mr. Moralia has already given information regarding what are the practices or how automation play a vital role for the SMEs. What I will present in my next slide is what are the automation technologies or techniques available which can be adopted by the machine manufacturers. This is a typical approach which has been already been used. So normally a manufacturer or the machine will have different HMI, different PLC, and different motion control, and in this, all of these have to be taken care by a different individual. So that leads to more complexity. There are a lot of communications, or a lot of people have to be communicated. There are other things also, like handling of individual component also creates a problem. So how you can solve this problem? The technique or the approach to this is integrated approach. So what or how the integrated approach helps you? The integrated approach provides you the possibility to incorporate things in a smaller scale. Okay, so your HMI, your PLC gets collaborated into one, and then using just a single software tool, you can program all your function block. Even your safety systems can be integrated into the same system. So you do not have to worry about different component, different topologies. You just have to control a single system using a single tool. And what advantages the integrated system gives you? It absorbs all the complexity. Only one person can control all the component, and it is really easy to control this thing from a software integration point of view. The next challenge which SMEs also face is the technology awareness. There are a lot of technology, lot of innovation already available in the market, but they are not aware which hardware or which software is required for them. So they also need a technical expertise. So as a solution provider, we should also help them consult what can be the best solution for them. So using the best hardware, using the best software, they can create a good machine which can manufacture all the product as needed. So let's see what advantages integrated automation and technologies gives. So the technology and the integrated automation help us to achieve increased productivity. It also help us to get good return on investment of our investment to the machine or to the processes. It also help us to provide efficient after sales services. It reduces cost a lot because now the components are integrated into one. You do not have to communicate to different components or automation systems. So obviously your cost reduced. And the most important thing is each and everything is to be controlled by a single application tool. So that really makes the advantage for integrated automation. The next technique which we want to use or which can be applied by the SMEs, as we know that today's consumer has different preferences. For us also, like I might need a shirt in a different color, or I might need my drink in a different can, could be possible. So nowadays for a new consumer, the preferences are really different, and this also creates challenge for manufacturer to create machines and processes who can cater to these demands. So what is the solution for such demands? So the solution for these is the adaptive machine. So what is now the adaptive machine? So adaptive machine is a machine which has different technologies inbuilt, and it can, depending upon the requirement, can adapt to the different situation. So let's see what are the components which are part of an adaptive machine. So if we see the technologies as available now, the parts which are available or the parts which are incorporated for adaptive machine, they are track based system. Also it includes a machine vision system. There are robots which are available for handling of parts from one position to other position. And last but not the least, the digital twin. The digital twin provides us the simulation possibilities before having the physical machine itself. And the track based transport system is not just a normal conveyor system, it is a shuttle based system which can take the product to one location to another location without interrupting the other station. So these are some of the technologies which co-create the adaptive machine. And what are the advantages if we co-create or if we develop a machine using all these technologies? So it gives us the possibility for faster changeovers. You can increase the performance of your machine. So whether it is a sequential process or whether it is a dynamic process, you can have the highest performance from the machine. It gives you the flexibility to make product as per your need. And as I said previously, the customization, which is the need for an hour, you can also personalize the product as per the demand. So all these are the decisive advantage when we are using an adaptive machine. The next technology which we can focus on or which we can implement, as Mr. Nath also discussed about OPC UA. Here also I will be discussing somewhat about OPC UA. So the machine nowadays are connecting or giving enormous amount of data, but this data has to be handled in a very efficient and a secured way. So the one thing which can be applied is a open communication protocol which are vendor independent. What are the advantages of these vendor independent communication protocols? This will give you room for collection of data. This also help you to communicate from machine to machine. This provides you the maximum plant availability, and as it is based on Ethernet, it is also future proof. So all these technologies which I have mentioned here, like OPC UA, PowerLink and OpenSafety, all these are vendor independent protocol which can be applied, so that you do not have to stick to a single protocol, and which can create complex troubles while you are developing your application. Okay, so these are some of the automation technologies which a manufacturer can implement and then get maximum out of it in order to boost the productivity of their system. Thank you.